Morning.
Morning. I'm a bit blah today.
Tuesday blah.
I got a Wednesday not so happy hump.
It's Tuesday.
It's Wednesday.
Is it? Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, welcome to the world of I don't know what day it is.
Oh my God. That's trouble with working for yourself. I spent all day at home yesterday, hardly went out, so it was like, I lost a day. There you go.
All right. Well, this is the Bleepers.
On a couch.
On a couch.
Drinking coffee.
Drinking coffee.
Talking about small business stuff.
Yes. And we've spoken a little bit, if you've listened to the last couple of episodes, we've spoken about sort of working out where you stand and how to move forward. So we've often said to someone in a business, what's your customer lifetime value? And they go, what's that?
Often. We say it every time.
Yeah.
Every client we talk to.
It is one of the questions we ask that everyone says, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, almost everyone. Like, very few people understand the concept, and even less people act it.
I was going to say there's two I don't knows. One is I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know what it is. So we thought we would get a little bit trigger happy today with the calculator and work it out. So we might actually do a blog at some point explaining this on paper, because it can get a little bit complicated, and it is different for every single business. So you can't just go, well, my lifetime value must be the same as that, because you really do have to sit down and work it out. It takes a little bit of time. So we have there's different levels, and again, depending on what you sell and what business you have, will depend on whether you've got one of these levels, all these levels. We've got a customer weekly value, we've got a customer yearly value, and we've got a customer monthly value. And I've just messed those up. And a customer lifetime value.
Well, you actually got them right.
So we have a week, month, year, lifetime.
Yeah, so what's really important is the lifetime value, but the week, month, and year people understand more clearly, so we often start there. But the lifetime value is what you build your business on, because that's what you got to chase. You got to chase the lifetime value of the customer, because that actually tells you a very important secret, and that is, how much am I prepared to spend to get that customer? And this is what most people don't understand about business. Most people get this round the wrong way. They keep thinking customers are coming for free, and there's no cost to getting those customers, and then those customers give them lots of money.
Yeah, well, that's particularly true for a physical presence. Everyone thinks, I'm going to get my shop, and that is going to that is my lead generation. So this is the biggest mistake, I think, is being made right at this point, is that someone is still looking at a location and saying, it's a fantastic location, I've got a fantastic idea, and I'm going to put all my resources into that because it's going to work. Because
the traffic's going to be there. We talked about traffic yesterday.
Yeah, traffic.
They just have this belief that I'm paying my rent, all these people walking past.
Yeah.
How could they walk past my shop?
Yeah.
They're going to see my display in the window and they're going to go, I'm going in there and I'm going to spend $1,000.
Now, I just need to say that at some point in the past, that has been true. You can get a great location and have a great product.
Absolutely.
And
you've had that in Hastings Street.
Yeah. It is true, though, in Hastings Street, one of the biggest lessons I learned having that shop was when we had festivals and stuff, or a jazz festival, all the people that ran the Chamber of Commerce would send out a notice to say, get ready, folks. We're having, there's going to be however many thousand people here this weekend. You're going to be busy, yada, yada. And
this is Noosa, so like Hastings Street Noosa.
Yeah, this is Noosa.
You've got high-value clients coming in from all over the world, movie stars, politicians, rock bands, so people walking around. And I think that actually has an influence on the normal plebs that are walking around as well. Everyone wants to spend a bit more money, live up the lifestyle a bit more. So your shop there did really well. You sold, obviously, very expensive pyjamas. And
yes, but where I was going with this was the festival weekends were one of my slowest. So So I would never put extra staff on. I would sit outside. My neighbour and I he used to call it latte suckers and ice cream lickers. There's no money here today, love. They're all stuck in lattes and licking ice cream. And but on the days that there weren't any festivals, I could have $1,000 sales of pajamas. So yeah,
it's
clearly,
a pretty good sale. Yeah.
So and so you got to just keep in mind that depending again on what you do and what you sell and where you are, that people don't always equal money.
Yeah.
So this is where the customer lifetime value comes in, because if you have a small sort of small money item that you sell lots of, those little items add up over time. Whereas a gift shop might have a higher priced item that they don't sell quite as often. So so the big bleeper is just going to run through.
Well, I'm just going to run through this. There's 3 different options here that happen when it comes to your customers. So the first one is we've got a single sale business. So when I sold vacuum cleaners door to door, that was a single sale business. There was no resale. We sold one vacuum cleaner to one client, and then we lost them. And the only thing we do to help our business was to get referrals to their friends, family, whatever else. And of course, that's a diminishing return that drops off a cliff. So I knew one girl once, she worked the Italian community, and she used to come back to the office every day with 12 or 15 referrals out of every single person she saw. She was amazing, and she was a freak. It just was not repeatable with normal people. The second group of people that with your customers is a customer that you get. So you've got to find that customer, but they do come back and buy things off you on a regular basis. So that might be a coffee shop that sells coffee, that sells take-home coffee. So they get a coffee person that buys one, a machine off them, and then they buy the actual coffee bags each week off them to fuel their machine at home. So that's got a much higher lifetime value. And the best business to run is obviously a business that has both. You've got nice high upfront sales, but you also have good strong resales coming through every week, month, year. And so then we calculate out what a client's worth to you. And so let's use an example of a cafe. So if we look at a cafe, the little bleeper will read through what that works out to.
So a cafe has a customer that comes on average 5 days a week. They spend $10 a day.
So they buy a nice coffee and a muffin or a banana bread or...
Yeah, your food looks so good that they come in the morning, they buy a toastie, they come at lunch, they buy something for lunch, they come in the afternoon, they get a cake or whatever. So
but we're just saying $10. We're not saying $20 or $30. We're just saying a really small little $10.
So $10 a day, they come 5 days a week. So the customer weekly value, obviously this is easy to calculate, so you can follow this on the podcast, is $50. So in a month, the customer monthly value is $215, and we
times that by 4.3 in case you think we can't do that.
Calendar month. And then yearly, that is $2,580, and we're calling a customer lifetime value for a cafe 5 years because people are tending to move a lot now. So if someone's going to move into the area, they'll probably be there for about 5 years, give or take. So the lifetime value is $12,400. So if we were to say it's going to cost you, digitally speaking, $100 to get a new client, what would you say?
And most people freak out.
They go, what? I only sell coffee.
I only sell a $10 thing to them. So, why would I pay 10 times that to get a client?
So
You're mad.
No, bugger off. But if I said to you, if you give me
$100
$100 a week,
I'll give you $12,400. Is it 900 or 400?
So
I can't read my notes.
12,400 back. Is that what would you do then?
Yeah.
So this is so that you've got to change the mindset, and this is really important because it doesn't, as I said the other day, it doesn't matter what you do. we are now, so lead generation is not opening your front door. Lead generation is having a system in place that tells people online, especially Google, that you exist, that you're real, that you're worth referring to customers, where we are busy and running around, so we don't have the same attention span for we're much less impulsive than we used to be. So if you're got a physical shop and you are not doing any lead generation, just opening your front door, you are slowly going out of business.
Yeah.
You have to have a way. You always have to have a way to get new customers, and the change of the lack of foot traffic and the lack of people and the parking, and people are now going to shopping centres, whatever the case may be, that is not changing anytime soon. So you have to have a way of...
well, this is where we were talking about the niche.
Yeah.
The niche. So, I mean, if you can try and develop something that you take out of your business you've got right now and develop an online presence with it, that you can control and digitally watch and have all the data available, it makes life a lot easier. So just to finish off today, I've got a quote for you. It's a really weird quote, and I've forgotten who said it, because he was back from the 1950s. But he was a marketing guru, and he was an American guy I hadn't heard of before until I was doing some recent training. But he says, he who can spend the most amount of money to get a new client wins. And what he means by that is not just be frivolous with your money. He means if you understand that your cafe client is worth $2,580 a year to you, or even let's take $215 a month. So if you're capable of holding that in your brain and saying $215 a month, every time I capture a client, they're going to bring me this month $215. Now obviously you've got to take out your costs and your running and all that sort of stuff. So it might end up being a third of that. All right. So they're going to bring you $70 a month. He's saying if it costs you $70 to get that client, that is not a bad thing, because that $70 is going to come back to you multiple times over. And most people can't get past the fact that client only spends $10 a day, so they'll never ever spend more than $10 to try and get that client. And that's the secret to growing businesses. And big businesses understand that really clearly. All right, big business has these numbers down pat. They totally chase them, and they say, right, we're going to go after a client, and we're prepared to spend $280 to get a client, and we will collect those clients. And at the end of the first 12 months, we will have spent this much money, but we'll have this much monthly coming in that will be repeating forever. So, well, for the next several years.
Well, and it's worthwhile to say that big business doesn't just understand it; it never comes off the agenda.
Yes.
So, for small business, as another huge mistake is that I did it for years. Is I put money into advertising when I had it. When I didn't have it, I pulled back. And that is the reverse of what it should have been.
Yeah.
So
have an advertising budget and stick to it and grow your business.
And if you have the data and you know if it's working or not, you can keep going with it, or you can try something else.
Yeah, if something's not working, change it.
Yeah, change it.
That's really important. But if it is working, keep doing it. So
we're just saying that you need to, if you have a business in 2020, you need to be serious. You need to have spending money for lead generation on your agenda, and it never comes off.
Seconded. I'm the big bleeper.
I'm the little bleeper.
We hope you have a great day.
Ciao.